Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today is Bharat Ramraj and Shomik Chakraborty from Dubai. So much to look forward to. And Trisha's doing something off camera that just made me laugh. But at the same time, this is the match we've all been looking forward to. We said in the last game that this is where the real Champions Trophy starts. And tonight it's Australia versus India in for the semi-finals. Who will go through? Who will book their final berth tonight? We'll find out soon. But Bharat and Shomik, start off by telling us about the mood there. From what I've heard and what I've seen so far from the visuals that you guys have sent, there's not much crowd yet.
Yeah, it's slowly
Gargi,
building. The crowd is slowly building up. When I first came around 10:55, 11 a.m., there was very much less crowd. But now there are a few more people coming in, thronging into the stadium. Hopefully with time, more fans will come. Yeah, there's a little bit of cloud as well. A little bit, the sun is peeking out sometimes. Sometimes the clouds are peeking out. Uh, but expect the weather to be quite cool as the day progresses, and hopefully when it gets cooler, more fans will come in droves.
Shomik, once again, this is a match we were all looking forward to, yet the crowds have not showed up completely. Your thoughts?
Gargi, it has been a slow burn.
Oh no, the jammers are troubling.
I I
Jammers.
expect I ex, I expect to I expect a slow build up, like we saw in the New Zealand game also. Gradually, the stands became full, sort of. About 20,000 fans turned up for the New Zealand game also. And given that this is the semi-final, and India Australia are playing. Cricket's royalty would be there. So gradually the stands will be filled. So but as of now, yes, it's been a slow burn. It's been a slow burn, and which is expected given two factors. One is it's a working day, and also the Ramadan is going on.
In the India New Zealand game, did the stadium finally fill up by the end?
by
Yeah,
by
right.
Towards the end it was sort of around 20,000 fans. This stadium has a capacity of 25,000 odd, so towards the end it was sort of 18 20,000 fans were there. So and it was a Sunday towards evening. um I expect a similar turnout for this game also.
Bharat, how do you expect the conditions to play out? Because a lot of discussion has been going on in our work group as well about how dew may be a factor. And based on what you saw in the practice session yesterday, how are you expecting the conditions to play out?
Yeah, 2 out of 3 games there was no dew. I would say, I would argue 2 out of 3 games there was no dew. The only game where there was a hint of dew was when India played Pakistan. There's a little bit of sheen on that wicket. That means there must have been a little bit of dew. Today, interestingly, there are a couple of clouds around. Obviously, the sun is still peeking out at times. But if there are a few clouds, if it is quite humid, then it cools down. Then the temperature drops down by quite a bit. Then you might get a little bit of dew. But I still don't expect there would be a huge amount of dew, or dew would play a massive factor. But again, it's a little bit hard to predict. So far, out of 3 games or 2 games, there has been very, very less.
Shomik, what about you? Do you have any other opinions, any other observations to add to that?
as as far as dew is concerned, so far it hasn't hampered the games in this tournament. But I bumped into a message from our colleague. I'm saying that one of his friends were playing a club game in Dubai yesterday, and there was a lot of dew. See, it's a very unpredictable thing, the dew factor. Sometimes the previous evening it is very heavy, and the next day there is nothing. So it is a very unpredictable factor. A bit of cloud hanging around today. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I don't. Still, I don't think it is going to make its presence felt in a way that it can sort of hamper the bowling side in the evening.
And right now, I think one of our biggest concerns, or India's biggest concerns, will be that batting lineup of Australia. Everyone's saying that it looks very good with Travis Head at the top as well. Mohammad Shami not looking as penetrative or as threatening as we would have liked. No Jasprit Bumrah as well. Four spinners possibly coming in. Bharat, what do you think when it comes to Indian bowlers versus Australian batters? Who do you think has the upper hand in this match?
Yeah, I guess it also comes down to the toss. If Australia go on to win the toss, bat first, then I think their batting lineup can play without much pressure, try to get a score on the board, 260, 270. Then I think their batsmen can fire. But if India bat first, get about 260, 270, then their batters will be under huge pressure against the Indian spin trio or India spin foursome. I think that is where it comes down to. Because if you're batting first, you can take your time, maybe try to play out Varun Chakravarti. Yes, Australia have a strong batting lineup. Obviously, they're going to miss short, but still they have enough batters there. English, Steve Smith, and obviously even slightly lower on the order, Labuschagne, Maxwell. All these players will come into the equation, and India's nemesis Travis Head is also there. But again, they would want to win the toss and bat first and get about 250, 260 on the board. I think batting first will really help their batting unit.
Shomik, if India end up winning the toss, what do you think they should do first? Or do you think at this point, whatever luck is playing in India's favor or against India's favor, 13 consecutive toss losses, should it be 14 tonight?
It doesn't matter. I mean, whatever, irrespective of the toss, irrespective of the due factor, this is India's game to lose. This is India's tournament to lose. I don't expect Australia to counter India's spin punch in these conditions. The four spinners, the four against a four-pronged spin attack, I don't see them trumping that the Australian team, and especially I don't see them finding a solution to Varun Chakravarti's guile.
All right, all right. Let's take some questions. Freaking awesome. What is freaking awesome saying? This is 45th ODI against Aussies for Jadeja, most by any Indian bowler, but he has struggled against Aussies in ODIs, 37 wickets in 44 ODIs. I hope he will do better in this condition though. Bharat, how much of a key will Ravindra Jadeja hold with the ball today?
Yeah, as you said, in these conditions, so it all comes down to the conditions. If there is enough side spin, if he can impart, is able to impart enough side spin, then it's a different kettle of fish. It's a different proposition altogether. As we saw in the last game against New Zealand. As I once observed, the thing with Jadeja is there is very little to separate with this arm ball and the one that spins away from the right hand batter. Even for the best of batters, even like someone like Steven Smith has not been able to pick that variation that he has. Only subtle change in his grip. That's all you will get to see. So, if there's any help in the surface, no matter what the opposition is, let it be Australia, India, or even a team from planet Mars or planet Jupiter, he will be fine. But if he's not able to impart side spin, then I think the opponents will have an advantage over him because then he becomes a little bit of a limited bowler.
Shomik, we will continue talking about Ravindra Jadeja and the bowling lineup as well. But one question I'm curious about what you think or what your opinion is. Do you think India should go in with four spinners, or do you think a Harshit Rana or an Arshdeep Singh should come in today?
I don't think so. I think India will go with four spinners. I mean, a departure from that, I am not expecting. If Harshit Rana comes in, he has to come in for Mohammad Shami, right? So I don't know whether Mohammad Shami, I maybe he is absolutely fit. The other day he took a blow on his right shoulder while running between the wickets. A throw came and hit him on the right shoulder, and he was taking medical attention on the fence while he was bowling. But it is not. It was something minor. It was something nothing serious. But I don't see India changing the template because this four spinners template worked so well against New Zealand. and it should work in these conditions against Australia. And Gargi, I would like to address that Jadeja question, the Jadeja query that has been made by one of our viewers. See, the thing is that in this format, Jadeja's role is not to take wickets. He he is one of the key elements in India's spin choke, and he does that brilliantly. He was accuracy personified in that game, in the previous game against New Zealand. For as far as the wicket taking thing, as far as wicket taking is concerned, you have Kuldeep and Varun. They are your principal wicket takers in this format.
All right, all right. Bharat, are you of the same opinion that India might go in with four spinners today as well?
Could you just come again? I think my internet got jammed a little bit.
Do you think India will go in with four spinners again?
Just couple of-
Bharat, can you hear me?
I'm not able to hear this. Just, can I ask this question?
No worries, no worries. Shomik, I'll go back to you there. Someone is asking, Shomikda, is it cloudy there? I can't see clearly in your background. It is anything but cloudy. Suman, it is.
No, no. I mean, the sun has started to make its presence felt. It is a bit. I won't say the weather is pretty pleasant. It's a bit warm. It's a bit warm during this
Sorry.
time of the
Answer.
day. It's a bit warm, but it's okay. I mean, cloud was playing peekaboo in the morning, but now the sun is out in its full glory.
Okay, okay, you can ask.
Yeah,
Little bit of,
Bharat, we have some good questions coming in today. One is addressed directly to you. Nimish Jadeja is asking, what should India do if we win the toss? I think they should go for a chase because of weak Australian bowling. Or I wouldn't say India should chase, but Bharat, what do you think?
Yeah, see, the logic says India should bat first because I don't think dew will be a massive factor because again the sun has peaked out here. So if it's not very humid, the conditions are not humid. If the temperature doesn't drop down much, then you don't expect dew. So it all science comes down to something very simple. If the temperature drops down by more than say maybe a certain margin, then there will be dew factor. But if when the temperature doesn't drop down much, then there won't be a dew factor. So looking at the weather, it feels like the sun is peeking out. It's not very humid. Uh, Maybe the temperature won't drop down much. You would rather want to bat first, get a score on the board, then I think try to defend it.
All right. More questions. We have some good questions coming in. Rohan is asking Arshdeep and Harshit should replace Shami and Kuldeep. They both will cover all phases of the game and they also have good slower balls for these pitches. Shamik?
No, it's not happening. I don't think unless someone is injured, unless someone Shami has picked up a niggle, for example, we don't know. Only in that case, Arshdeep will come. And Kuldeep. Kuldeep is one of your match winners. So dropping him would be a recipe for disaster.
All right. We have more questions. Where did we go? Do you think India should chase instead of setting a target? Because I have noticed for some reason in knockout matches, Indian team doesn't know what a good target is. Chasing comes naturally to them. But the way conditions chasing again, Bharat answered this question in the last time we took the comment as well. For some cricket info is saying for some reason Indian team in recent times have struggled to set a good target in knockout. Same thing as the past question as well. Oh, it's the same person. That's why it's the same thing. My bad. Would you prefer India chasing? Shomik? India chasing?
No, no, no,
Not at all.
no. This is a batting first pitch. This is a batting first pitch, batting first conditions. See, in the new against New Zealand, and New Zealand boasts a very good batting lineup. India couldn't even reach 250 and still won by 44 runs. So from that point of view, this is an absolutely batting first pitch.
Now, when we talk about Bharat, when we talk about the Indian batting lineup, of course, there are people still questioning Rohit Sharma's form. Let's say, A lot of people saying that quick fire 30-40s will not do, and that Rohit Sharma should come up with a big total. What are your thoughts when it comes to Rohit Sharma's approach in batting?
Yes. See, I guess it comes down to the situation of the game. There are times when, say, at Dharamsala during the 2023 World Cup, the ball was moving around quite a bit. Matt Henry with his wobble seam was troubling the batters. At that point of time, Rohit Sharma's 46 really helped the Indian team. But there could be other situations where he needs to get that big score. For example, India are batting first, like in the World Cup final. He was in form. He was looking in good. He was looking in his own zone, and that is when he could have gone on to score 100. So it's a fine line. It's a thin line. I think Rohit Sharma himself would know it. What is the best in those sort of situations? Sometimes the batting is also instinctive. You can't always blame the batter because, for example, a batsman sees a bad delivery and decides this is the one that has to go for a six, but he could end up mistiming it to the long on region or the long off region. So sometimes it basically is an instinctive game. So we can't really always blame the batter.
Shomik Bharat, the talk of the town right now is Travis Head. Everywhere I go, social media, Twitter, Instagram, or even our comment section, everyone is talking about Travis Head, how dangerous he can be. Shomik, how does or how does this Indian batting bowling lineup counter attack Travis Head and make sure that you get some early wickets?
See, Travis Head has scored some very important runs against India in knockout tournaments in at ICC events, be it the 2023 World Test Championship final, the 2023 50 over World Cup final. But I don't think India are planning, I mean, specifically for Travis Head. The Indian team will be planning, or they have been planning for the entire Australian batting unit. Travis said, if you want to give him a bigger emphasis, which means he is getting under your skin. I don't think India are doing that. And once again, with Varun in the side, I don't see Travis Head making such an impact. It would be very, very difficult for Travis Head to read Varun off the hand and to get the better of Varun.
All right, let's take some more questions.
And that
BSC,
and
yeah.
that is the reason, Gargi, out of the box thinking, I would like to see India opening the bowling at Varun. uh, I have seen him bowling with short of semi new ball at the KKR nets. Occasionally he has bowled in the power play also for KKR, and he is not someone who is very uncomfortable bowling with the new ball. So just as an out of the box tactic, if India starts off with Varun from one end, I think uh, that is an option they can mull on.
Bharat, what are your thoughts? How do you counter attack a Travis Head?
See, Travis said it is quite simple. He thrives on width. Any kind of width, Travis said will smash you to the boundary hoardings. So you have to just jam him for the width for room. Basically, cut him down for room. Maybe if you're a right arm seamer, go round the wicket, cut him for room, ball foolish length, ball short, don't ball back of a length because he thrives on back of length bowling. So yeah, that basically it comes down to being precise with your execution because even if you give a hint of width, he will smash you to the boundary hoardings. If someone not, it doesn't move across towards half. So there's a good chance that you will be beaten outside off. So even if you keep beating him outside off, you shouldn't get frustrated. Just keep cutting him down for room because he's someone whose game is based on getting beaten outside off. So you have to attack him on the inside. Any bowler just attack him on the inside. And if he gets going, obviously if he's on 50 or 60, then spread the field, have a deep point or deep backward point, deep cover, maybe ball from over the wicket, ball well outside off, and tempt him to play shots through his scoring areas. Basically, hoping that he will miss you one or two with the field set and he will get caught at say deep cover or say deep backward point, or even maybe third man or on those lines, or keep a fly slip. So these are I think, the options. Obviously, Varun Chakravarti is going to be a handful in these conditions. Just bowl straighter ones and maybe mix it up with a googly from over the wicket, and that could trouble someone like Travis said, because again, going against Varun Chakravarti is going to leave all the stumps and trying to manufacture room for himself. So that is where Varun Chakravarti has a chance of getting him cleaned up or pulled.
Sarah Chandra is saying, Bharat sir and Shomik sir, if India field four spinners, then will Rohit dare to throw his X factor Varun second? Okay, in will he bowl Varun Chakravarti in the second over versus Head and
I
English? Head did not
I just
play Varun at all.
I just spoke about that, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
opening the bowling with Varun, maybe give him an over a two of maybe give him an over a two up front and see how he is doing. That would be an out of the box choice, but it could be a smart choice also.
Suman is pointing out something. Delhi Capitals has posted Akshar Patel's pic with the compiled tweets about him, and one of the tweets is of Bharat, of our Bharat here. So not sure if you noticed that, Bharat, but this is something that has happened. I guess I will check. While I will also check and see if that's what really happened. Web of Taragi is asking Shomik sir, any update of Pant making it into the playing 11 today?
I don't think so, but I seriously wish he is included in the playing 11. That is my personal choice. That is not the team. That might not be the team management's choice, because they don't want to. They might not want to upset a settled batting lineup. But against Australia, see, New Zealand, I have huge respect for New Zealand as a team. South Africa also, but Australia are Australia, and you sometimes need an X factor to dismantle them. KL Rahul is a very steady batsman. He will give you some steady partnerships. Um, he will score runs at his own pace, but he is not a game breaker like Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant, he it's not that Rishabh Pant has a very bad defense. Even Ashwin spoke about how Rishabh Pant's defense is very good. And Rishabh Pant is one who can take the game away from the opposition. So in a game like this, I would like to see Rishabh Pant playing. And also, from wicket keeping's point of view, he is a far better wicket keeper than KL Rahul. KL Rahul is he's a stopgap wicket keeper. He has done well. He has been steady behind the stumps. But in turning, when the pitch is turning, when the ball is gripping, the ball is turning. Against New Zealand, we saw he dropped a catch. It can happen to anyone. But Rishabh Pant, it is my personal choice that Rishabh Pant plays, knowing full well that the team management, in all likelihood, will stick to KL Rahul.
What are your thoughts, Bharat? I think this is an interesting debate we've been having in the Champions Trophy. KL Rahul at number six, and a little faulty behind the wickets, versus a Rishabh Pant who is a specialist keeper and will give you better results at number six. Who would you pick?
Yes, but it is a semi-final. You wouldn't really want to test your lineup for a semi-final or change your lineup for a semi-final. I think that is where it comes down to. If they really wanted to have someone like Rishabh Pant, then they should have tried it in the game against New Zealand. I guess that was India's best chance to experiment. But now in the semi-final, I don't think India will make any changes. Yes, KL Rahul. See, KL Rahul is not a specialist wicketkeeper. Even during his younger days, when he was in the under 19s, I followed him since the under 19 days. He was never a specialist keeper. So you expect the odd chance to go down, but India are trusting KL Rahul to the hill. And suddenly in the semi final, I don't think India will look to make changes, though I understand where it is coming from in terms of his wicket keeping, in terms of his batting position, that is batting at number six, which is perhaps not his best slot when it comes to how he goes about constructing his innings. But I don't think in a knockout game India will go and make any changes.
Shomik, not just Bharat, a lot of people are pointing out that it's a semi-final. You should not be tinkering with your lineup. But Rishabh Pant is more than enough, more than capable of coming into a high-octane match and also performing well. He has what it takes to take that pressure.
Well, he is a special player. But before that, Gargi, this Dubai breeze is giving me a bad hair day every day. So that is one complaint I have as far as the current weather is concerned in this part of the world. Coming to Rishabh Pant, um, he is a special player. It's not that we are talking about any Tom, Dick, and Harry. We are not talking about a run of the mill player. Rishabh Pant is a special player. He is a special talent. What he can do with a piece of willow in his hand, very few can do. KL Rahul cannot do that. KL Rahul is a very good player, steady player, full respect. I have huge respect for him, for KL Rahul as a cricketer. But what Rishabh Pant can do with a piece of willow in his hand, very few in world cricket, let alone KL Rahul, very few in world cricket. If he gets into the group, very few in world cricket can do that.
Let's take more questions. Kishu Patel is saying, सब ट्रेविस हेड से डर रहे हैं. मत भूलो स्टीव स्मिथ एंड मानुस लाबुशेन आर आल्सो इन दैट टीम. वर्ल्ड कप 23 फाइनल में अच्छा किया था ट्रेविस हेड के साथ. वो साथ साथ Steve Smith and Labuschagne came out of syllabus. I think that's a great point. But Bharat and Shomik, we spoke about Steve Smith yesterday as well, that in these conditions against Indian spinners, if there's a batter who can take the game away from India, it is Steve Smith. Bharat?
Yes, Smith has played his part against the Indian team 2015 World Cup. Even if you go back 10 years, 10 years back, Steve Smith made an impact in a World Cup semi-final. But again, there are other players too. Josh English, don't forget Josh English. I think he's one of the better players of spin going around in that Australian team. He definitely knows how to play spin. And on his day, even Mad Max, Glenn Maxwell, Big Shaw, if he gets going, who knows, he might suddenly get to 30 or 15 balls. So they have enough depth in their batting lineup. So they would like somewhat miss shot, not just because of his batting, but also he was bowling decently. He was giving them 5 6 overs of bowling. So they may miss him, but still Australia have enough depth in their batting. They can't be taken lightly. But again, from Australia's perspective, I think they have to win the toss and bat first. If they're going to chase against Indian spinners, I think they would be in some trouble.
All right. What question? Pant is the one who is neck to neck with Head, an absolute game changer under huge pressure. Shomik?
See, Gargi, first of all, this talk about people are fearing about Travis headache. I mean, Travis impact. It is maybe Indian team is not fearing. That I can attest. Indian team is not fearing. Maybe it is on social media, and social media is something which cannot and shouldn't be taken seriously. That's the point. And social media, people blabber a lot of things on social media, and you would always like to keep that at arm's length. The Indian team is not fearing Travis Head. They know it's cricket. In any case, is a one-ball game. Whoever, even a player who is going through a serious powerful patch, for him also it's a one-ball game. You might get an unplayable delivery first up, and you are gone. So from that point of view, the Indian team at least is not fearing Travis Head. And as far as Rishabh Pant is concerned, we have already spoken at length how an X factor, a batting X factor, he can be. He is a special player, special talent. But because of the team combination, that team management has a choice, they have they have put their faith in KL Rahul, and you usually don't see a team changing its lineup, a settled combination in a knockout game in the semi-final, and especially against Australia. But once again, I would like to see personally Rishabh Pant playing.
I would too, honestly. But we didn't see a huge crowd outside of the stadium yet. But our reporters Bharat and Vaibhav have spoken to some of the fans. Here's what they had to say. Please take a look. We'll be back.
In Dubai or
I'm based in
okay,
Dubai,
okay,
so big cricket fan,
okay,
full-on supporter of
okay,
India.
okay,
So just came here
okay,
as a fan to
okay,
support India,
okay,
since they are playing against
okay,
Australia, and it's time to take the revenge of World Cup which we
okay.
lost. in the finals.
Okay, so who do you think will perform today for the Indian team?
I believe Aksar's performance is going at a very good pace. Be it fielding, be it batting, be it bowling. He has supported whenever it was required. So he's one of the best contenders. Plus, obviously, we have Kohli, we have Rohit, we have some good, fantastic bowlers.
What about Varun Chakravarti? He's been taking a lot of it.
Yes, so he has come out, from the darkness all of a sudden. He has become a good pacer for India. I see his future as a very bright. Let's see how he performs today.
Just a couple of words like Bharat Mata ki jai or something on this line.
Jeetega bhai, jeetega. India jeetega. Bharat Mata ki jai.
Thanks. So, hello. Yeah, today India are going to play Australia in a big clash, and there of those Australia versus India clashes. So, how do you look at this match?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, we are geared for it. We had a pain in 23 in Ahmedabad. That's a big on the back of our mind. But now this time, I think we got a very good side. Forget about what he done past. Today, India will go and perform. They know what they need to do. Each and every player they know their role. And I think it's going to be very, very interesting playing four-spinner. And what about Virat Chakravarti? He is a star. He's a trump card for India at the moment.
Yeah, Australia are also missing quite a few of their experienced players.
Absolutely. I mean, we're missing Bumrah as well. But, this is how it is. When you got injury, you got to replace somebody and have to perform for the country. And I think India has been fortunate that they've got so many people lined up. And they've got a very good balanced side. So hopefully the result goes towards India.
Okay, just can you say a few words like India will win or something on those lines, Bharat Mata ki jai or something on that?
Well, India has got a very balanced side. They should win. Australia, they're missing their, strike bowlers.
Enthusiastic fans. We didn't see many, but thank God we spoke to a couple of them.
Gargi, I have a question for you. We have been talking about Rishabh. We have been talking about Rishabh Pant, India spin punch, stuff like that. But I want to ask you a question about your favorite player, Virat Kohli. How do you think? It's going to. How do you think it's going to pan out for your favorite player?
Oh, I think there need to be more impactful performances. I think that's what we're missing from Virat. But I still think Virat has what it takes to continue for a little bit more in ODI cricket. I don't see, because a lot of people online are saying that this could be the last for Rohit Sharma, for Virat Kohli. I'm not sure about Rohit Sharma. It's the decision is completely his. But Virat, I see continuing for a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I also see him in the squad for the next World Cup. And
could very well be.
Yeah. He scored a century just 2 games prior to this, and in the last game he got out to a blinder. Any other fielder apart from Blaine Phillips,
exactly.
that ball was going to the boundary.
Absolutely.
It was a stunner. So Virat cannot be faulted for that dismissal.
I know, and a video of Virat Kohli has been going viral. I'm not sure exactly what match it was, but he kept saying, the presenter had asked him, are you happy that tomorrow's a rest day? And he said, at my age now, matches like these take a lot out of me, and it takes a lot of effort for me to put that kind of intensity on the field. So people have been picking that up and saying that this could be his last ICC tournament, this and that in this format. But that's we'll see. We'll find.
That's why, Gargi, I keep saying that social media is nonsense.
Not Boria Mujumdar also joins us.
Shomik, first explain your hairstyle.
No, I've been telling Gargi that I have a complaint as regards Dubai here. For it is Dubai steep breeze, because it's giving me a bad hair day every day.
That is why you should take lessons from Bharat.
Shave your hair off.
और क्या? कुछ तो करो, नहीं तो cap पहन लो. Look at Bharat. He has given the Chinese head look.
Boria wearing yellow. He's wearing orange.
No, I'm wearing India colors. This is the Tiranga ka India colors.
Yes.
This is orange. Shomik is wearing green, and it's all white behind Shomik, so it's saffron. This is exact saffron, not yellow. Not yellow. Okay. Uh, what? 55 minutes to go. This match gives me a certain amount of tension for whatever reason.
It always
Maybe
does.
because it's Australia.
Yep.
Maybe because it's a semi-final. Bharat, are you tense or you're not tense? ये क्या कर दिया आपने?
I don't think I'm very tense because if you look at the lineups, I think India should come out on top. But I understand where it is coming from because Australian ICC knockout tournaments, they have a lot of pressure, and if they win the toss, get say 250, 260, then they can put India under pressure. But if you look at the two lineups, Australia are missing quite a few of their senior players, and also they have not played here in Dubai conditions. Suddenly, to come up against India's spin attack, it is going to be a Herculean task for the Australian team. Even they are obviously going to miss a shot. If they're going to play Jake Fraser Maguire, is someone who tries to hit from ball one. He may not succeed in this condition. So they need a lot of things to go for them. Basically, they need if Jake Fraser Maguire is playing, he needs to get 30 of 20 balls or something on those lines, get to a flying start, then for the middle order to come good, and then they can get to say 270, 280, and then they can challenge the Indian team. So a lot of things have to go in Australia's favor for them to come out on top. That is why I think India should emerge victorious. That is what logic says.
Shomik, has there been dew on any of the days? Not even one.
No,
What is the dew
no,
scenario?
no. Absolutely. I mean, over the last fortnight, there was absolutely no dew. I don't know. See, the dew factor, it is a very unpredictable thing. It might play havoc one day. The next day, there might be no dew at all. So it's a very unpredictable thing. As of now, dew hasn't made its presence felt. I don't. Let's see what happens. But I don't expect heavy dew in this game also.
So does that mean win toss bat first?
Yes. This is irrespective of due. Given this is the batting first pitch, this is batting first conditions. So if you bat first and go close to 250, then you with four spinners you have a definite chance. And I'll repeat, this is India's game to lose. This is India's tournament to lose. I don't see Australia trumping a four-pronged Indian spin attack in these conditions. Especially they would struggle against Varun Chakravarti. They would struggle to pick him. Once again, I expect Varun to be India's X factor, and I would be surprised if India slip up here.
Fitbang says Bharat sir looks like Travis Head and has a temperament like Dhoni. Bharat, I don't think you've ever had a better compliment.
And
Thanks.
also Weber is saying that you're the style icon
ये
of Rev
देखो,
Sports.
Vaibhav is saying you're the style icon of Rev Sports. यार शोमिक को भी तुम्हारे साथ ले लो.
I think I'm a strong contender.
Okay, Gargi says she's also a contender. Not bad. So Bharat and Gargi, the two style icons of Rev Sports. Done.
Australia.
Bat first or chase, God willing, India are winning this game. Yeah, I mean, that's what all of us are saying. But let's focus a little bit more on Rohit Sharma. Let's focus. Do you think if he wins this tournament, he would want to continue? Or he would say, no, I won two back-to-back ICC tournaments, it's time. How do you see Rohit Sharma going forward from here? Because if he wins this, opportunity to win two back-to-back ICC tournaments, massive moment for Rohit Sharma.
Yeah,
So the thing is that Rohit Sharma, it's his decision, but it would be great if he wins this and calls it a day. He would be living on a high. Always live at a time when people are saying, "Why are you living?" Don't wait for the moment when the push is coming to a shove. So Rohit Sharma, I don't see him lasting until the next World Cup, for he would be 40 by then. Virat Kohli, I expect him to be there, given his fitness, and he is fitter than Rohit. But Rohit, if he wins this, it would be a perfect moment to bid adieu. That would be excellent. If he continues, then see, Rohit Sharma's batting has fallen several notches. Now it is sort of become, someday he might striking the ball very well, but that will not happen on a consistent basis. So from that point of view, I would like to see Rohit Sharma calling it a day if he wins this tournament on a high, and a cricketer like him deserves that.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Shobik there. The consistency I think Bharat is missing. Your thoughts on this? That we will never see the consistent Rohit Sharma back in the 50 over format. Bharat.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because see, as you get older, it's obvious that your reflexes will slow down a bit. Your body would slow down a bit. Perhaps he's not the fittest cricketer going around either. So when you consider all that, maybe it's time to call it a day if India go on to win the Champions Trophy. As Sunil Gavaskar said, it's better to retire when people are asking you, why are you retiring? Instead of retiring at a time when people will start asking, when are you retiring? In that sense, maybe it is better for Rohit Sharma to call it a day if India win the Champions Trophy. But I just want to add a point on due factor as well. There was one game, only one game, India versus Pakistan, that there was a little bit of sheen on that wicket. That little bit of sheen on the wicket is usually an indicator there was a hint of dew, and perhaps the pitch conditions played a little better while India were chasing. Something that Mike Essen also told me. But again, dew is definitely is very unpredictable to gauge. Though I feel it won't affect the match today much, because I don't think the temperature will drop down so much for the dew to really come into play.
Shomik, somebody is saying you've missed the Pakistan. Proshanjit Mitra, Shomik da missed the Pakistani kebab this time. I mean, off the field.
No. I had Behari kebab. Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Okay, so Proshanjit, he's Shomik. Is it a fresh pitch? India Pakistan pitch. Priyanshu, anyone? Bharat, Shomik, is it a fresh pitch? What is happening?
No. All the pitches here are used pitches. All the pitches. There is no fresh pitch in that center square because of the ILT20, and the pitches were not relayed. They had a very little turnaround time, about 11 days after the ILT20 finished, after the ILT20 ended. So all the pitches are used pitches here.
All right. Prasenjit is saying Dubai temperature changes with India's schedule. It was cold yesterday and now. But I have noticed this on India match days, it suddenly becomes very hot. Doesn't it, Shomik?
Yeah, sort of. But then again, the game against Pakistan, that the Mercury, the way it soared on the day India played against Pakistan, it felt like that infamous Dubai hit. But now it is manageable. I have managed to find out a shade also, because after this, Mama is pinching me to go to Bangla Live, and I'll have to make a switch. So I'm playing a long game here. So I'm playing a long game here, building my innings as per the conditions. So after this, I'll readily make a switch to Mama's Bangla Live, and I have to take the game deep.
Yeah, but before you go, Priyanshu is saying, Shomik da khush ho jao, aaj India Australia ka sarvanash kar dega.
But I have to tell you this, Shomik. Whatever happens in this game, your sarvanash is the high point of this tour. That will be immortal. Whenever you come back, 1 year, we will go after you with sarvanash. Bharat is moving his cat. But I'm looking forward to having you back, Shomik, at the conclave. Can't wait.
Yes,
I mean, absolutely. Look forward, but win and come, boss. Win and go to the airport. Don't lose and go to the airport. Make India win. Make India win.
Indian team saath mein aa rahi hai.
No, make India win and then go to the airport tonight. But yes, Australia ka sarvanash kar do.
Okay, so I take your leave, and I'm switching over to Bangla.
All right, see you soon. Priyanshu is saying, I'm missing Mama. Nobody takes photos like him. He captures incredible moments. I think one of the best was my favorite till now, which was my wallpaper for a very long time, Virat Kohli with the.
That's a beautiful photo.
That was a beautiful picture with the India flag and the trophy. I think
and he goes into the pitch. Uska energy bahut hai. He's really, really good. I mean, Devashish's energy is infectious.
Absolutely. Bharat, what do you think? How far away are we from the toss? Still 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Bharat, changes, any real chance Any real chance? Because from the morning when I was doing the Bangla show with Ogni, people were saying, Gautam Gambhir might just try out Arshdeep, he might try out Rishabh Pant, he might try out X. वो देखो आपके पीछे कौन आ गया भरत?
He got scared.
Yeah, I guess it depends on niggles. If India feel that Mohammad Shami has some niggles, maybe they will try out Arshdeep Singh. And Arshdeep Singh can be useful against someone like Travis Head because he naturally cut the angle against Travis Head. And since 2015 itself, he has had problems against left-arm bowlers, left-arm pace bowlers. So Arshdeep Singh could come into the equation, but again, I think it depends on niggles. I don't think for one player, India would go and make a change.
Yeah, सामने आओ ना.
Even-
That was nice. That
He
was
went
nice.
away.
That was nice. But what is the Pitmonk's question? My plan is, what is this? My plan is done. Gulab Jamun, Momos and Chola Bhatura. If
Baap re.
India wins, what is yours? Boria sir, Gargi ma'am. You are my kind of person. Gargis, I am telling you. India wins, salad. India loses, salad. India drawed, salad. Abandoned, salad. 365 days, salad. Now you understood. As far as I am concerned, all of this. Plus Mishti Doi. Gargi?
His name is Fit Monk and he's talking about gulab jamun, chole bhature and momos.
तुम्हारे जैसे कौन है? खाली
In
salad,
the-
salad, salad, salad.
नहीं खाली salad नहीं खाती. You
Ah,
got to get-
breakfast you get Shormishta's breakfast. What
Yes.
part? Today also we got some good chila type. That was
Yes,
excellent.
That was moong dal chila. That is very good, high in protein. I look for protein in my food, but
भरत को पूछो उसका celebration कैसे होगा? Bharat will have to write.
what has Trisha said about me? Trishadi beats you easily in cricket every time. This is just restricted to terrace cricket. Let's get that right. Let's get that on record because I don't understand the rules.
So
and
Trisha makes her own rules and wins it.
Wait, I will
It's
come
fast.
to one Kolkata. We both will team up and defeat her.
Yes. No, what I do is I hit far too hard and end up.
No, Trisha makes her
Getting
own
out.
rules in terrace cricket and it's like, out हो जाएगा तो bat लेके भाग जाएगी.
She can do that. She can do that. I met Shamikta Weber, but our own T-head is always busy. Or Bharat, you didn't meet Prashanjit.
Yeah, why did you not meet Prashanjit Bharat? आपको meet करना चाहिए था.
I just am living somewhere away, so maybe that is why I didn't meet him at that time.
What do you mean, maybe?
He'll whenever he goes next to Dubai. But he's there for next 5 days.
Yes.
India will make the final. Bharat is there. Prashanjit, reach out to Bharat and definitely catch up. Bharat is there till the 9th.
Okay.
Shomik is going to come back today for the conclave, but Bharat, Rohit Juglan and Vaibhav, all three of them will be there till the 9th. In
They're
fact,
in the
Bharat will-
hotel somewhere
Right.
away, so they three are together in the hotel. I'm my sister's place, so that is why I think.
Got it. But Bharat, try and meet them. Try and meet Prashanjit because it's always nice to meet friends. But Bharat takes over primary writing responsibility after Shomik comes back. So far, it was being divided between the two of them.
Yes.
Trisha, the knowledge of women's cricket is insane. WPN analysis is top draw. Yeah, she's obsessed. She's absolutely and why only Trisha? I will equally say Snehashish. That guy works is like real hard as far as women's cricket is concerned. Bharat also is extremely passionate about the women's game, and these are the three people we are grooming. So next year for the Women's World Cup, this year under 19, you will find all kinds of people in this organization who are obsessed and completely devoted to their sport. So absolutely. But Bharat, any changes as far as you are concerned for Australia? Matthew Short is a forced change, but anything else? Anyone else?
Yeah, maybe they can look at Tanvir Sangha or on those lines in these conditions. If they really want to drop Ben Dwarsi, pick an extra spinner, and that could help them if the pitch helps spinners to grip. If the pitch offers a little bit of resistance, turn and grip, so they may look to get in an extra spinner. Even Steve Smith said in the press conference that they're looking to looking at picking Tanvir Sangha.
My sister's joined in. She's telling me my niece is all set for the semis, waving at the screen right now. So we're all in our family. We're all cricket obsessed. No matter what time it is, day, nobody cares. We're all watching cricket.
She too played?
No, but yes, she was also a very athletic person growing up. Basketball, table tennis. She's also played a lot of
Excellent,
sports.
Tanvi, excellent. This is what I like about your family. I've liked this thing about Gargi. In fact, I remember when I got her into Rev Sports, that was the question I asked. Does she know the sport, played the sport? In one whiff, I said, yes, done. And that's something that, you two played multiple other sports. Exactly the kind of person I would say yes, because multiple other sports in India, physicality, physical sport, physical fitness, athletic, physical literacy, unfortunately, is at such a low in our country. So well done. And I hope your niece is also going to play
Oh,
some sport.
absolutely. We're already planning, which is the arena that she could take up.
Superb.
We're all
At
already
some point
planning
in
on
time, Rev Sports will feature her story.
it. Yes. क्या?
মাঝে মাঝে মজা এবং ক্রিকেটের মিক্স একদম একদম ভাই মজা না থাকলে জীবনে আর থাকবেটা কি when you have somebody like a Gargi and somebody like a Bharat automatically they'll make you laugh. Gargi, the last day I asked her, so predictions about India versus New Zealand. This was 15 minutes into after the toss. She said India is batting. I said, what? What are you saying? 15 minutes after the toss, she said India is batting. So, this is the great this thing about Trisha, the knowledge that I have taken.
Okay. Yes.
Bharat, tell me one thing. This is actually an important question. Bharat, do you actually fancy starting with Varun Chakravarti or spin?
Yeah, that is something India can do against Travis side because he doesn't play Varun Chakravarti well, and he's someone from over the wicket. If he bowls a straighter one, because Travis side is always trying to make room, trying to manufacture room, subsidize width. So if he bowls that straighter one or the googly, then he can really have Travis side in trouble. With him leaving all three stumps, just bowl at the sticks, and he might get cleaned up. So that is something that India can definitely try.
This is a good question. I tend to agree with Bharat on this one, that India might just try Varun Chakravarti. At least maybe after 2 overs of pace, you can go to spin because Travis Head will want to cut loose and play some shots, and you can do that. Prashanjit Mitra, why the major news houses are ignoring sport? Because news anchors don't understand sport. Prime-time news anchors don't understand sport. They only understand controversy and what sells. And that is why you will see either they will do controversy, or if there is a massive win like a Neeraj Chopra's gold, they will want that person because they want their show to sell. Are they committed to anything but politics? The answer is no. And that is why you will see them ignoring sport and discriminating against sports journalists. Yesterday, Rohit Sharma was in the news because of Shama Mohammed. For no other reason. You would see a 9 p.m. show or whatever show happening on Rohit Sharma. Come on, boss. I mean, don't do a Rohit Sharma show only because of that stupid comment. Do a Rohit Sharma show one day before an India-Australia semi-final in the Champions Trophy. That's what makes sense. Unfortunately, our news anchors will never do that because they know jack of sport. For them, sport is nothing but an object of sensationalism, and that is the disappointing thing as far as Indian news television is concerned.
I'd like to add a little bit on that, because you end up, bumping shoulders with a lot of people who work in media houses or work for big channels. And everyone says that, to get their packages, to get sports packages, no matter what game it is, they have to literally fight with the PCR to get a time to have a little bit of TV time for sports as well. They have to fight because there's no space for sports anymore on TV, and TV is already dying. Plus, you don't let sports on there.
Let's put it in context.
Yeah.
Doing a news show with political leaders is the easiest thing in the world. In India, no. There are 545 MPs and 545 people who have lost. There are 30 different legislatures. Out of the 30, at least 15, you have 15, state leaders, etc. So you're talking about a pool of 2,000 people from which you need 4 or 5 people a day for a news show or a slanging match.
Yeah.
It is the easiest thing in the world. All these news anchors know nothing of sport. Nothing. In sport, you have to know your subject, and there are 20 Indian sports stars who sell and multi-sport, they are illiterate. They don't know anything. That is why you will see the Olympics or the Paralympics reported in the manner that they do. Rohit Sharma was talked about yesterday because of the Congress comment, or the BJP comment, or the Trinamool comment, not because of the India-Australia match. And that is the disappointing thing as far as Indian news cycle. Hello. Here, if a sports person or somebody who knows sport is kind of leading a news television network, you will see sport. But here, the political anchors at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 10 p.m., they will either discriminate against a sports journalist, or they will do only controversy. That is why you stay. And my point is, these fellows, what they don't understand is they treat sport as a silo. They treat sport as a silo. Sport is mainstream. Today, if India wins, tomorrow the nation's leading papers will have sport as the front page headline. It is mainstream news. During the mainstream news, you are obsessed about some political leader in some state saying some rubbish thing. That is your problem, not ours. 5 minutes to toss, Gargi. 5 minutes to toss.
I can't wait anymore.
Somebody says pitch report. Sir, do more of ABC with Agnijit. Boss, we will do as much as possible. The conclave has, it means I'm sleeping 2.5 to 3 hours every day, not even that. Your friend from, hey Dada, your friend from Milk City. What is it?
Milk City. What is a Milk City?
Anand, Gujarat. Akshay Patel is also from the same. Please visit Gujarat. Of course, 100%.
We haven't been to Gujarat.
So you must go. You must go and watch a Gujarat Titans game. You must go and watch a Gujarat Titans game. I will tell Arvinder, go and watch a Gujarat Titans game. Bhavisha handles their PR. Absolutely go.
I will remind you.
I don't think toss is that important. Virat Singh, Bharat Ramraj, toss is important, not important.
Very important.
I guess from Australia's perspective, it is very important, not necessarily from India's perspective, because Australia would want to win the toss and bat first here, get about 250, 260 at least. But I think India can cover up even if they lose the toss and have to bowl first.
So why are you saying from the Indian standpoint it's not that important, Bharat? Do you reckon India has the versatility to manage anything?
Yeah, they have obviously in these conditions. India know these conditions quite well, having played here. So their batters know the conditions. They have gauged the conditions, and they have better spinners. So that is why I think India can cover it up, kind of. Because if Dew doesn't come into play, then I think it will grip a little more in the second innings. The pitch will offer a little more turn. So someone who imparts a little bit of side spin will come into the equation here. But again, India have better spinners, so I think even if India lose the toss, they can their spinners may be able to cover it up.
All right, I'm just waiting for the toss. Three more minutes.
Kolkata gets Amul milk from here. Suman Avasthi. Okay. Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that. Okay. What?
That Gujarat question. Kolkata. What? Once upon a time. What is this?
Once upon a time, there used to be a dedicated slot for sports. Exactly.
Yeah, that is because I was still in News TV. I don't think there was anybody after me who was serious and who held a position to be able to push that through. And that is the design. And this is a fact. This is a fact. I mean, I've seen young journalists like yourself be discriminated against by news anchors who will do 9 p.m. I've seen young reporters being told, get that hockey player or get that Neeraj Chopra or get somebody else on my show at 9 p.m. That is because there is discrimination. I mean, the sports journalist works his or her, all through the year. And only on a day when somebody wins a medal, the 9 p.m. anchor decides to have him or her on the show. I've seen this happen. And yes, I mean, I decided to sort of do Rev Sports because I realized sport in India doesn't get its due. It is treated as a silo. And only when, I mean, come on. They also know, these news anchors, they also know that sports sells. Yeah, and absolutely. Why do the Rohit Sharma show? There are plenty of controversies about many things else. Was Shama Mohammed talking about Rohit Sharma became a national headline? Why? Because he's Rohit Sharma. Had she spoken about a political leader, would anybody care? Because she spoke about Rohit Sharma, the importance of Indian cricket, the importance of the Indian cricket captain, that became a national headline, and there were 25 news debates on that. That's how it is, boss. You have to take this, I'll take this.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So a lot of people, Bharat, still talking about Rohit Sharma. Sagar Besoi is asking, I hope I said that right. Rohit Sharma should change his approach or not, considering the pitch conditions. We have had this question many times about whether or not his quick fire 30-40s are enough, whether or not his aggressive approach is right. But at this point, I think when we talk about a Rohit Sharma, I think his defensive game is gone, pretty much out of the window. And right now, the only thing that works for him is his aggressive approach. And that will continue working for him. And that is possibly exactly what India needs. India needs those, quick fire 30-40 runs in the power play. get that solid foundation, because you have a lot of batters to take the innings deep. But Rohit Sharma, what he's doing right now, I think he's doing right. Bharat, what do you think? Should he change his approach? I don't think so.
I think it's not just about his defensive game. He's not the fittest cricketer going around. So uh, he might struggle to form the strike, rotate the strike a little bit. I think that is another point. If he really wants to play like Virat Kohli, change his tempo, then he has to rotate the strike a lot more, deal in a diet of singles and twos. I don't think that is something Rohit Sharma is good at least at this point of time. At the age of 37, 38, I don't think he's that good in terms of forming the strike. So that is where I guess it comes down to. And with his reflexes slowing down, his body slowing down a little bit, it's better for him to go for the short ball. And I'm right with that kind of game because up front he can take advantage of the power play, and if it comes off, it comes off. Then India will be off to a flying start.
Who will win the second semi-final? New Zealand or South Africa? Bolo.
I have predicted South Africa to win this.
Gargi has predicted South Africa. Bharat, who are you predicting for the second semi-final as we await toss the results any second? New Zealand or South Africa?
Logic perhaps says New Zealand are still slightly better, but I like Tembe Bavuma. I have a soft corner for him, so
Why?
I won't mind if South Africa go on to win.
Why
But logic-
Temba Babu? Because he's the underdog. I mean, he's always had it the hard way. Is that the story?
Yeah, I know. I always had a soft corner for him. I don't know why. I still have a gut feeling that they will go on to win the World Test Championship final, or some tournament they will go on to win. Maybe Test Championship final, or at least one ICC event under Tembe Bavuma. But logic for me, I think it says New Zealand are perhaps slightly better in terms of playing ODI cricket. So
Okay, so
All
we are
right.
awaiting the toss.
Very close. We're very close to the toss. Come on, give us something. Anything? Anything? Nothing. Nothing yet about the toss. Who will win the second? Okay.
Bharat, give me your fantasy team. I'll give mine.
Oh my gosh, I never get it.
Hey, what happened? Why? What happened?
I never get fantasy teams right.
Chalo, Bharat, your fantasy, Gargi's fantasy. Gargi, bolo.
Oh god. My
I've never done
wicketkeeper.
a fantasy team, so you have to say the rules. Exactly, it is.
So you don't play fantasy. Okay, Bharat doesn't play fantasy cricket.
My captain today would be let's see, Akshar Patel. No, let's not take Akshar Patel. Someone.
Why not?
No.
Akshar Patel is a good call. Left arm speed
Really?
plus batter.
Okay,
100%.
Akshar Patel.
Because he will bat at 5 plus.
Varun
left arm speed. Always a good-
Chakravarti. Varun Chakravarti would be.
captaincy candidate.
Huh?
Very, very good captaincy candidate.
I would still pick Akshar Patel for my captain. Wicketkeeper will be Alex Carey. What else? बाकी की team
Bolo?
पूरा करना पड़ेगा. Openers Travis Head and Shubman Gill. उसके
This is a
बाद
good side. So far, this is a
Virat
good side.
Kohli. I would pick who else? is
Shreyas Iyer, you have to pick.
Shreyas Iyer, yes.
Hardik Pandya
Hardik
because of
Pandya,
all-round ability.
absolutely.
Having said that, he'll bat lower down plus he will bowl less. What happened?
Australia up to bat.
Australia has won the toss and decided to bat first. Bharat Ramraj, now tell me.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
expected line. They would want to bat first, win the toss, so that is a good thing from their perspective. But just still have to get runs on the board, get about 250, 260, at least 260 runs on the board for Australia to come out on top.
What does this mean for India, Bharat? Will India kind of feel a little this thing that the contest has evened out, or they will feel no, we've chased in the first 2 games. Pakistan, Bangladesh, we are fine. We know these conditions. We've been here for 2 weeks. We are good enough for anything. Will India feel a little okay down, or they are fine with anything? Bharat Ramraj.
Yeah, I think as I noted, they're used to these conditions, so I think they will be fine because they can cover it up. But India also definitely would have liked to win the toss if it was going to grip a little bit later on in the match. Then it could get a little difficult for the Indian batters. But India have enough class in these conditions, and they know these conditions well. So I think they will be fine with it.
Rohit Sharma saying that he's he was confused, and it's better to lose the toss when you're confused. I
So
think
14
that's
straight toss losses.
14 straight toss losses for India in ODIs. I think that's a
Record.
that's a record. I mean, how does that even happen? How does even math come into play here? What's this probability? But anyway, that's
Okay,
classic.
Cooper Connolly comes in for Matthew Short, and Tanveer Sangha comes in for Spencer Johnson. Bharat Ramraj, big call. Spencer Johnson sitting out Tanveer Sangha and Cooper Connolly for Matthew Short. Take those changes, Bharat.
Yeah, but I don't know the logic behind dropping or not picking Spencer Johnson, but Sangha coming in looks like a good option. Maybe they don't want to give any pace on the ball in these conditions. So Ben Dwarsi again is not someone who's quick, or is it Sean Abbott coming into the equation? Not sure, because Sean Abbott bowls a lot of cutters. So this kind of seamers, Nathan Ellis also doesn't give any pace on the ball. So perhaps they don't want to give absolutely any pace on the ball to the Indian batters.
I'm just looking to see what the playing 11 will be for India. Rohit Sharma. Has Rohit Sharma said anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, there we have it. India playing 11. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Akshar Patel, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, Mohammad Shami, Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti.
So it's the same team.
Unchanged. What do you think?
Which one? Just can you say which change? What is the change?
No
change. Unchanged.
No change. Okay. Then it's an unexpected lines because as I noted as it is a semi-final, I don't think India would make any changes because it might affect the kind of balance of the side, or maybe it will affect the team morale a little bit. So I think that is why they're backing their players again to the hill.
I think India knows what it's doing. I think 4 spinners are exactly what the doctor has ordered. 4 spinners for this particular surface, these conditions in Dubai. They will have to bowl well. Yes, Travis Head will come hard. This gives Rohit multiple options with spin. I do see power play in the first 5-6 overs. I see spin coming on. I do see all of that. I see Rohit utilizing his spinners. I see Akshar Patel maybe starting against right arm, and Varun Chakravarti will bowl to Travis Head unless there is an early wicket in the power play. I do see Akshar and Varun to start, and then I see a Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep. 40 overs of potent spin on a relatively slowish surface, which is dry, as Steve Smith spoke about in the toss. I think India will be a real handful. This is no more than a 250 wicket. Australia will want to get 260, 270 to put India under pressure. Anything under 250, around 240, India will fancy. Because, batting second, India will fancy with the deep batting lineup that they have. Plus, the Australian bowling isn't really their strength. The batting is. India will fancy anything around 240 chase. Your thoughts? Let's close the show in about 2-3 minutes because Bharat Ramraj has to go in.
India bowling first. Well, I think I am a little bit jittery about the chase part because we have seen how the Dubai pitch plays out, and it does get a little bit more difficult to chase. But at the same time, you have a very, very solid side when it comes to India. You have spinner Varun Chakravarti at the top of his game. So I think there's not much to worry about, but at the same time, you cannot underestimate an Australian side, especially given the batting lineup and Travis Head, of course. But I think Spencer Johnson not being there, I think that's an opportunity for Rohit Sharma to go out there and really tonk around.
Australia will have what then? How many spinners? They have Tanveer Sangha, they have Adam Zampa. Plus, among part-timers, they have what? Glenn Maxwell.
Cooper Connell.
Pardon me?
Cooper was that?
Yeah, so couple of part-timers, and couple of two spin. Manas Labuschagne might just also, Travis Head might just also roll his arm over. But those guys are obviously, not real bowlers. So 2 and 2. When you compare the 2 and 2 with the 4 Indian spinners,
exactly.
It's a hell and heaven difference.
Exactly my thoughts. So I think this is a very positive start for India, especially not losing the toss, but I think this will play out perfectly for India. I think a good score to limit Australia under would be 220. Can they do it though?
220. 220, 230, India definitely on
Yeah,
top. Bharat Ramraj,
absolutely.
anything under 250, am I right in saying India will fancy?
Yeah, anything under 250, I think India will fancy their chances. As my colleague Vaibhav is trying to make me laugh here.
Get him in. Get him in. Vaibhav, what are you doing? Why are you
To
going
make me
after Bharat?
What?
Yeah, Vaibhav, my colleague, is trying to make me laugh. I said,
Also, get him in. No, get him in.
So he went.
My colleague, our colleague. He won't come.
What happened? Both of you are only laughing.
Arey, get it.
क्यों Vaibhav इसके पीछे क्यों पड़ रहे हो भाई?
नहीं सर, अभी जस्ट हिंदी लाइव किया हम लोगों ने, तो मैं भरत सर के पास आ रहा था, मैं पूछ रहा था आपको कितना टाइम है अंदर चलने के लिए।
हो गया, जाओ तुम लोग अभी दोनों एक साथ अंदर जाओ and make India win. When you guys come out at the end of the day, fingers crossed, India should be in the Champions Trophy final. हार मत जाना बस please.
Sir, if they have Travis Head, we also have our own Travis Head.
100%. You have Bharat Head.
So we'll counter head by head.
Okay, all the best, folks. Let's all sort of hope India wins. Bharat sir smiled for 2 minutes. Miracle. Bharat, look at your reputation. That you smiled for 2 minutes is a miracle.
Your smile is a miracle.
My smile. His smile is a miracle.
Chalo bhai, all the best to both of you, to everybody, to everyone watching, Gargi and me. Fingers crossed we'll be back mid-innings. Australia hasn't really done well and India hasn't let Australia run away with it, right? Hopefully at mid-innings. Thank you very much for watching, folks.